Well, a little while ago, I had a chat with the chief executive of EasyEquities, Charles Savage, who was very excited about the partnership with Telkom. Today, we get the opportunity to talk to Sibusiso Ngwenya, who's the managing executive for Fintech at Telkom. He becomes highly qualified, as you'll find out in a moment, and we'll see exactly what Telkom Pay Digital Wallet is up to and how it's integrating with EasyEquities and why Charles is so excited about the opportunity there. Sibusiso, good talking with you. Thanks for your time. I must admit, my view on Telkom is changing quite significantly over the last few months, and I'll tell you why. It often happens as a personal thing. We had some real difficulty getting an account cancelled, and yet over the weekend, last week, I had the installation of a fiber line by Open Source, and it was unbelievably good. Unbelievably good. OpenServe, rather. Unbelievably good. So it tells me there are some pockets of great excellence within Telkom, which I suppose you guys are moving to try and get rid of the legacy. But when I looked at what you're busy with on your side, on the fintech side, especially with this Pay Digital Wallet, it stopped me in my tracks, because it does appear as though you've got a product here which could take South Africa by storm.
Yes, we are also very excited about it, Alec. I'm really pleased to hear that you had a fantastic experience of the greater Telkom group in terms of the services you procured from OpenServe. It really, delights us and, gives me the confidence that we're moving in the right direction. As they say, the proof is always in the pudding. So if the customer is happy, then we are absolutely ecstatic to hear that.
The engagement that you have with EasyEquities, maybe we can unpack that. Where did it come from? Who approached whom?
Look, I think it was a mutual process, and always these things take longer than what one plans that they should take. Certainly, we are excited to be in a partnership with EasyEquities. Why are we excited about that? Well, simply put, the EasyEquities platform is very user-friendly. I think, when we embarked on this journey, we were very clear that we will not try and reinvent everything. We are working on a partnership model, so we look to identify what we believe are best of breed players in the market, and we partner with them to deliver something that, we hope will excite the customer. When it comes to share trading and investing, certainly also we want to be inclusive. So we definitely don't want to leave the small guy behind in the things that we do. And we felt that EasyEquities fit that bill for us, simply because, they are proven in the market. At this point, I think they boast over 1.8 million users of the platform. We also find the platform to be very easy to utilize, and it made sense to look to then integrate it into our Telkom Pay Digital Wallet, which also is very easy to utilize. I mean, it takes less than 5 minutes to get set up. Key things you will need to get set up there is obviously a proof of identification, whether it be your license card, your ID card now, or the old barcode ID. You're ready to go, and the other thing we'll ask you to do is to do an action, perhaps a wave or a thumbs up to, for proof of life. And then the account is really set up in under 5 minutes. And in fact, you can then proceed to load EasyEquities onto the Telkom Pay Digital Wallet. And both processes really will take you in under 10 minutes. And then you are ready to invest, receive payment, make payment to any bank account in the country, including real-time payments. So as you can see, I think they were a good fit for us in that regard. It's about making sure that core financial services are accessible at the tip of, I guess, your mobile device. I mean, it's replacing any other communication device very rapidly. You know, we went from desktop to laptop. Now our phones are more powerful than our laptop. And as a company that deals in communications and connectivity, it only makes sense that we provide services that complement the utilization of the device.
So the wallet, the Telkom Pay Digital Wallet, which is linked to EasyEquities, where did that idea come from, and how long has it been around for?
So the wallet has been going now for about 2 years, but it's important to point out that we have been gradually expanding its features. When it launched, it did not, for example, have the ability to do share trading. That came later. And I think, really last year was when we launched with EasyEquities, and, we are gaining momentum in terms of making the market aware of the additional features of the wallet, inclusive of the ability to now buy and sell shares.
How many people do you have on the platform at the moment?
So look, as I said, the platform, we have customers numbers that are promising, but very far from what we would like. Hence, at this moment, we don't share those numbers in public. As I said, really what we're engaged on now is a drive to educate the market about the availability of the Telkom Pay Digital Wallet and its extended functionality, inclusive of the share trading, as well as the ability to create, virtual cards to facilitate things like online payment. The virtual card is more secure than your traditional card because, your 3-digit security number at the back basically updates regularly.
Let me put it to you differently then. What's the potential market size internally when you're sitting in your executive committee and you talking with your colleagues at Telkom, and they ask you, how big can this digital wallet become? What's your potential there?
So look, I think that there is significant potential for the digital wallet, right? But if we measure that, particularly in terms of usage, if I've got a million customers using the wallet, that would be an excellent achievement from our perspective. It's easy to have people take up stuff, but if they don't use it, the number actually doesn't really matter.
And then you would presumably want them also to start using EasyEquities. Is there anything in particular that you feel you've got a unique selling proposition there, given the Telkom wallet on the one side and the EasyEquities on the other?
Certainly, I think the two products complement each other extremely well, right? The digital wallet, as I said, first of all, it's very easy to originate. Now, I've come from banking well over 20 years in that environment. I can tell you that it's somewhat more difficult to originate an account in a traditional branch setup than it is in the comfort of your lounge or wherever you may find yourself. You just pull out your phone. As long as you've got some form of identification, you'll literally be able to run. And of course, because we've identified you and KYC'd you on the wallet side, you will not have to go through a similar process on when you link your EasyEquities account or originate it with through the wallet. So it's cost effective, it's convenient, and similarly, you find exactly the same when you are in the EasyEquities environment of the wallet. Convenient in terms of setup, convenient in terms of the cost, I think EasyEquities costing is, as competitive as can be in the market, really. And, in this instance, we are also going to provide 50 Rand to any customer who originates the EasyEquities account through the Telkom Digital Wallet. And that 50 Rand can be utilized to buy any share in the market. Remember that another useful feature of EasyEquities is that you don't have to buy a whole share. You can buy a fraction of a share. And hence, there's no minimums for an investor. And as I said, in that sense, the 50 Rand can really, put somebody off to a good springboard as an investor.
That is an extraordinary advantage. The fact that you can buy 50 Rands worth of Telkom shares, not having to buy 1 or 2 or 10, whatever, in absolute lots. And that fractionalization has democratized investing in a huge way. Did that play much of a part in your decision to partner with?
Yes, certainly, because we are out to ensure that nobody is excluded. We think that it's very important that we utilize we utilize the facilities that we have available to us and the technology that is available to us, whether through ourselves or through identified partners that complement our ethos and what we are looking to do in the market. Makes sense for us, which is why we partnered with EasyEquities. It's definitely something that we look for. Like I've explained, when we thought of what was missing in the market and what gap were we trying to plug with the wallet, it was precisely that. Actually, there is no question. The country does not have an issue with availability of, let's say, a bank account. It is certainly available. It's a different challenge, South Africa to other African countries. Good infrastructure from a banking service, no question. However, in order to originate the account, right, having to go to a branch to be assisted and all of those things are time consuming, and they have a cost to them. The cost of transportation as an example, and the cost of transacting on the account also comes into question. We have people who don't necessarily need to transact monthly, so this account, when we put it together, we took into consideration all of those elements. That is why we have made it as simple as possible to originate. Literally, when I say under 5 minutes, needing only one document, which is your proof of identification, you are good to go. And then we open up the world of really financial transacting in all its form, from the virtual cards, which I think in this modern economy are essential. We saw with the lockdown, we couldn't even go to the shop to buy. So if you need to be able to pay somebody for the service before they are able to deliver your goods to you, if you are not in the same room with them, that is a challenge. The virtual cards and the wallets solve those kinds of problems and ready everybody for the new digital economy that we all find ourselves in, and must make ourselves ready to operate in it successfully.
How are you going about educating this vast customer base that Telkom has about, first of all, the wallet, and then this 50 Rand, if you open your EasyEquities account, you can buy 50 Rands worth of Telkom shares, maybe?
Yeah, so look, I think that's probably the core challenge, is to make the market aware and to educate customers that there are alternatives to traditional banking accounts, certainly, that can do what a traditional bank account can do and more. I would be lying if I said we have succeeded in that. I think it's a work in progress, but we're making encouraging strides in that regard. we have the information available really even on telkom.coza. If a customer goes there, they will find about our Telkom Pay Digital Wallet, as well as the EasyEquities portion of it that's available on telkom.coza. Also, the app is available on the app gallery, the what is it now, Google Play, as well as App Store. So again, we've tried to make sure that we cover the main operating systems of mobile phones these days, again, to make sure that we don't inadvertently exclude any potential user. The other thing I would say is that if you also look, one of the key reasons we have chosen EasyEquities in this partner is that they've got a lot of tools, educational, from your webinars that assist and your frequently asked questions, if on their portals, which are also available once you have registered on the app. You can easily access them through there, that tell customers about what investing is, what it involves, how do you get started. So I think that whole process and partnership aids in educating the customer about really what we consider to be key financial services that any adult should be able to participate in, even if they don't receive a regular income.
So the easy way of doing this is that you go onto the App Store if you've got an Apple phone, you download the app, you then put money in
you register,
the wallet.
Then you put money in. Yeah.
You register first. And how do you put the money in?
You can literally deposit cash into the wallet via, say, a Pick and Pay store. You can do an EFT into the wallet. You can, load your existing bank cards onto the wallet, and you can then, use the card to fund the wallet. So there's a number of ways in which you can fund the wallet and get going. So once you've got the wallet, you can also transact via USSD and WhatsApp.
And I can pay bills, and I can then open my EasyEquities account and buy shares.
Yes, once the account is set up, as I said, you can do many things. You can pay by card. You can create virtual cards for whatever purpose. You can have a multiple of virtual cards for different purposes. And then, you can buy vouchers for gaming, Netflix, and that kind of thing. And it supports bill payment as well. You can pay for, your big utility accounts and so on. You can buy airtime, data of any network as well. It's very important to highlight the fact that you don't need to be a Telkom customer, to utilize both the EasyEquities functionality as well as the payments functionality of the wallet. And, when we spoke earlier, you said Telkom share. It's very important that I stress that the 50 Rand that a user gets for originating a EasyEquities account via the Telkom Pay Digital Wallet does not limit you to buying Telkom shares. You literally buy any share you want on the stock exchange.
And I suppose at some point you can also buy international shares, because that's in the EasyEquities account. So it's a way in, and then the world 100%. Is your oyster.
There's lots of stuff. You've got the exchange traded funds, your index funds and so on. That's also available to you. You've got interest-bearing investments that you can invest in. So including property, by the way. So really, it is the world at the fingertips of a would-be investor at a I dare say a fraction of the cost of what one would find out there.
Sibusiso Ngwenya is the managing executive of Fintech at Telkom. He is a certified financial planner, as you heard. He's got an MBA from Stellenbosch University Business School, where he was also, he won the Directors Award. So here's a guy who knows his oats and has given us some insight into the Telkom Pay digital wallet. When I look at it, it tells me, hang on a minute, this is like a bank account, but you don't have to have a bank account, because as long as you can put money into this wallet, you can do pretty much everything you do with a bank account. But I'm sure we'll be following your progress. EasyEquities are very excited about the partnership. I can see now why they are. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Alec Hogg from BizNews.com.